What about when you were a kid and you wanted, you used to hang out with a guy who had like, you were into wrestling?
Oh, no.
Who was
Oh, no.
who was that? Please tell me that. How old were you?
I was 14. My dad used to take us to wrestling matches at Madison Square Garden. And we met this guy out front who would sell wrestling pictures. Fat guy, 300 pounds, a bad mustache.
Yes.
We go up to him every time he's in the same, because he was a photographer, so he'd be in the front, so he'd have all these great pictures, sell them to us for $1 a piece, you know, and we became friends with him somehow. He's like, oh, give me your address. He started sending us pictures of all the kids in the neighborhood. Then he would call me on the phone and tell me about the match the night before.
Oh.
And my voice was about this, it was this deep at 14, and he's on the other end, and I'm asking all these questions, and he's fucking breathing heavy.
Oh, no.
I had no idea. I'm thinking, where does this guy just come in from a jog? Or fucking, where's this fat guy jogging from? Just keep me on the phone. He's like, so, don't you want to know more about the match? Well, ask me some questions. And he's fucking, I had no idea.
Wow. That's great.
So then we went to a match by ourselves. So our parents let us take the train at Asbury Park or whatever. So we're sitting in nosebleed seats. He comes up in between a match, and he goes, hey, I got 2 seats right in the front, because he was the photographer. Somebody wants to come down there. Jim, you, and this other guy, this other kid with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah.
Come on down. We get down there. There's only 1 seat.
Oh.
We go, what's going on? He goes, oh, somebody's going to have to sit on my lap. This is my other seat. I'm like, you didn't say that. He's like, well, and I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm ready to walk up there, and all of a sudden I see Andre the Giant coming out. I'm like, holy fuck. He's right there. I'm that close to him.
You were right on the lap.
Yeah, I said, all right, I'll take first shift.
I'll take first.
And he was holding me like I was on a motorcycle, like he was on the back, and I was
Are
the
you
front.
shitting
Oh, yeah,
me?
his arms. Yeah, I was I knew I wasn't going to fall.
You got to see Andre the Giant.
Right first row.
He's justifying it like,
What
first row. Yeah, come on. It was first row.
But then halfway through the match, all of a sudden, I feel a nibble on my ear.
No.
I swear to God, I go, what the fuck? He goes, I was just, I was looking that way. It was an accident. I'm like, that's bullshit. I'm like, you know what, I'm fuck this bull. I go, Mike, you get on his lap. It's your turn. He didn't even know what happened. I didn't care. I fucking threw him under the bus.
On top of it, actually.
I just looked over at one point. He was holding him like that. He was younger than me. He was like real cute, like a 12-year-old.
Oh, no.
And he was holding him like, I don't know what's going on over there, but fucking look at Andre. He just fucking body slammed Bruno Sammartino.
What did he want for the wrestling pictures?
Huh?
He was going to give you wrestling pictures?
Well, the next time I see him,
escalate, right?
yeah, then he'd see me, he goes, hey, you know, we haven't seen each other in a while. He goes, you like this picture? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you want it for free? I'm like, sure. And he's like, all right, well, give me a kiss on the cheek. And I'm like, why? He's like, oh, you know, Italian men do that all the time. When they greet each other. My dad did it with his friend. And I'm like, it makes sense.
You know, it's like, do these guys have like a book of, or do they come up with this, so like chapter 4, the lap trick?
Yeah,
Or
the
like,
one seat at the wrestling match.
No, this is a tried and true trick.
Yes.
Buy
And if
one
they catch
ticket.
you, if they don't like you nibbling on their ear, say you were looking around their head to try to find something. Always try to stay out of trouble.
But the balls to do that in front of a full arena.
I
You
know,
gotta
right?
love this guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, I cut to a quick story. Some guy, when I told this story one other time, this guy called me up or emailed me and said it was the same. Was it this guy Barry, whatever? I'm like, yeah. He said that his family. He lived in North Jersey, right? Same thing. He was working this kid, right? His parents dropped him off at his New York City apartment at 12 years old because Barry said he was going to take him to a wrestling match the next day.
Oh, no. Shit.
And his parents dropped him off to stay the night, the Friday night, for the Saturday
that
match.
poor
A 12-year-old kid.
Oh, that poor little
I
kid.
know. Oh, I think you were
So-
saying Lucky Barry.
So he's all over him. He's grabbing him, this and that, and the kid starts crying. He's like, no, and he fended him off. And in the morning, he goes, get dressed. He's like, what do you mean? He goes, the match got canceled.
Jeez.
And his parents had to come and pick him up because the match got canceled.
Did it really get canceled?
No, there was no fucking match,
was
but
no
the
match.
kid was fending him off the whole night.
What the f...
That's
How did the parents drop a 12-year-old
bear?
kid off at someone's apartment? I mean,
How do they not check the match?
Stay with the giant polar bear. We're gonna.
Yeah. Oh,
So what happened?
man.
Did he get in trouble, that guy, eventually?
yeah, he wound up going to jail.
Oh,
We found
really?
out like 3 months later. Yeah,
Is he still
'Cause-
in?
I don't know. Yeah.
No, I'm producing a radio.
There was a match. It was canceled.
But then he wound up staying over at my house.
What the fuck?
Why?
You were a cock tease.
He knew all the kids in the neighborhood because we'd all go to matches. He convinced my dad. He's like, I want to hang with the kids on a Saturday afternoon. He took the bus from New York to middle of Jersey.
What a creep.
And my parents were a little weird about it. Like, I don't know, but like, all right, it's kind of strange. So
what was going on in parents' minds back then?
I don't know.
They felt something was wrong, but fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
They talked to the other parents and neighbor. You think this is all right? He's a 40-year-old
Seems
guy
like
hanging
a
around
nice
14-year-olds.
guy.
But we were all he had the greatest pictures.
Of course.
He
So
had to have a fucking gimmick.
They put him in the guest room the night before. I wake up in the morning. I'm sleeping. He has his hand down my pants. He snuck down there, and I fucking jump. I go, "What are you doing?" He grabbed my cock. He goes, "I'm showing you a magic trick." I'm like, "A magic trick?"
Where does he come up with this?
I don't know.
He's brilliant.
How dumb are you, though? He already fucking did the lap ride and the cheek kisses. What was the rest of the trick?
Invite him to your house.
Dummy.
Well, because he would give me free pictures.
Meet each other.
He would tell me,
They
"Look,
do it
don't
all the
say
time.
anything, and I'll give you these pictures." So I'm like, "All
He
right."
got the pictures, though.
Blows it off as a greeting from another country every
Imagine
time.
if he was in court and the other guy's lawyer would be going like, and then after he had you on the lap, then you invited him to stay over.
Yeah.
And you're accusing him. I'd just blame you.
Your Honor, my client is obviously innocent. This young whore was trying to taunt him.
Teased him
what
into
was
coming to his
Yes.
house.
What was the magic trick?
I don't know. I just said I ran to the door to go tell my brothers, my older brothers, and he
make your-
blocked the door.
Making Jim's dignity disappear.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
What?
usually a magic
Ta-da.
trick's when you pull a rabbit out of a hat, not a cock out of some 14-year-old's PJs.
And by the way, don't you have to tell someone there's a magic trick? Otherwise, you're just doing it for yourself.
He's practicing.
The best part is that he snuck down.
He snuck down.
300
He was on his knees. I remember
Staying
that.
in your house.
Yeah, that's a
How heavy is
300-pound guy
what kind of
sneak.
sleepers didn't hear a 300-pounder coming down the steps to molest the boy?
I had my earplugs in.
So wait, he grabs your dick, and then he blocks the door. How does he make you not tell?
Because he says, "Look," he went right to the photo album. He goes, "Look, I got 50 pictures, and I'll give you 35 of them if you don't say anything."
Jeez,
You could have went for all 50.
And he's flipping through them, and I'm like, "Wow." He's like, "This one,
How easily is distracted is Jim?
Oh, absolutely. He's like, "I got a picture of the Grand Wizard without his makeup on." I'm like, "Wow, oh man, all right." I just sat there. I remember sitting there on the bed with him, just picking out every one.
Wow.
And
After he had his hand on...
He should have got a little suck in there for 35
Yeah,
pictures.
I know. 35 pictures.
Something tells me you were driving a pretty hard bargain with this guy.
I'm still thinking like he still has those 15 I never got because there's some good ones in there. I'll fucking pay him a conjugal visit.
You could have gotten them all.
Yeah.
I
The
know.
thing is that
Give me all 50.
he's no longer attracted to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I know. He got me in my prime.
You disgusting
I'm
man.
the fucking...
Jim's got big balls, so I guarantee you the guy was like false advertising. He probably thought Florentine was all cock, and he's like, "What the fuck?" I'll bet that's what woke Jim up. The guy going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I know.
It's all ball.
That's a great
Yeah, now
story,
you're a
man.
hairy man. Ugh.
Yeah. He doesn't do with me
He doesn't
anymore.
want anything to do
No.
with it.
Every neighborhood had one of these guys. It's just like, but
Yeah.
like nowadays, parents are so sensitive to that stuff.
Yeah.
But back then it was like, there was a creepy guy in the neighborhood. That's what they did.
Creepy
There was a
guy.
creepy guy in the
Our
neighborhood.
parents were way too trusting.
Yeah.
Now they fucking play with their own kids.
Yeah. It's
But they let you
Don't
hang
take
around
them
with the
out of their
priest
sight,
back
right.
then. The priest, these are good hands.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
fishing, baseball games, all that stuff.
Oh,
A little kiss on the cheek for some wrestling pictures.
it's on the cheek.
Did you ever see him again after that?
No, because like 3 months later,
They finally got him.
But my brothers afterwards go, "You got to tell mom and dad about this." I go, "No," because they're going to make me give the pictures back. I'm like, "Fuck that! I earned them."
These pictures.
Absolutely, I kissed him on the cheek. I sat on his lap. He grabbed my cock. I should have got that in his camera.
What was he doing that finally got him?
I don't know. His partner or whatever. We saw him we were like, "Where's Barry?" We're all met, and he's like, "Oh, he got caught molesting like 20 kids. He got thrown in jail."
20 kids.
Wow. Guy couldn't keep it in his fucking pants.
What a prick. He ran out of pictures.
Yeah.
That was his currency. That was for you little whores.
It'd be great if it worked on the cops too. Whoa, you got pictures? Yeah.
Hey, look at this one.
Here's Lou Albano with a Mets hat. Don't say anything.
Got his hand down the cop's fucking pants.
Yeah, it's a magic trick.
A magic trick.
You didn't even ask him what kind of magic trick.
It's a magic trick. I don't like magic. It scares me.
Hey, he woke me up out of a dead sleep. I wasn't thinking.
And he was just
Ask him what it was.
He was just there, probably all
on his
breathing heavy and
knees.
sweating.
And he had such a distorted view of magic after that.
Yeah. Hey, you want to see a magic trick? No. What? You got pictures? The magician's like, what the fuck do you mean I got pictures?
I bet you he was going to pop it in his mouth. I'll bet you he was going to make it wet.
Should have waited.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Should have waited it out, see where it was going.
That's
Yeah.
a big part of my one-man show, and I still have the wrestling pictures, and I show them
Oh,
on
you
the
got
screen.
it? Oh, really?
yeah.
That's
oh.
great. You still
yeah.
have the pictures.
Yeah, I got Ivan Koloff only had the belt for 9 days, so I'm like, look how fucking rare this picture
How
is.
long's your ass hurt for that one?
Exactly. You can just go online now and get it for free without giving your boyish cock up to a sweaty fat man.
At least these are the originals, though.
Yeah, come on.
Too bad you didn't know about the internet back then. You'd be like, I can hold off for a few years. I'll get these online. I don't have to let a morbidly obese man fucking a velour suit grab my cock.
Giant fucking fat hands wrapped around.
Fat hands are always
smelled.
sweaty. Did he
You know
smell?
the fat guys that their breath stinks?
Oh, just
Yeah.
everything.
Did
Yeah,
his
they
breath
can't
stink?
wash.
Yeah.
Did he want to kiss you think?
Smell like 14-year-old boy balls.
Yeah, exactly. You kids don't clean your assholes properly. That's why his breath stunk. Young punks.
Filthy little fuckers.
So he's got to still be in jail, right?
Well, this is like
It was a while
78,
ago.
79, 80.
Wow.
So.
He's probably dead.
Yeah.
He's either out, dead, or back in again for doing the same
And he was
thing.
probably about 40 at the time, so.
Probably still taking wrestling pictures. Hopefully he's lost a few pounds. He's better looking.
Oh, my
It's not
God.
gonna get
What
better
a-
than that, man.
What a story. Yeah,
You
that's-
can't get any better.
That's
than
fantastic.
That's the greatest story ever.
Closing the book on this fucking show. How do we beat that?